Packers High School Football Tour has returned to St. Johns County to one of the brand new programs in the area, Tocoi Creek. Why are we out here at Tocoi Creek? It's a great story. They had 4 wins here in 2022 before October 1st. They're only in their 2nd year of existence. What is the key to success for a program startup this early? Let's talk a little Tocoi Creek Toro football. Let's go.
Kelly, you're looking at me, Wimp.
Right into that gap. That's my fit. You understand me?
A beautiful football stadium out here in St. Johns County, and we have the head football coach, Mike Kolakowski. I'm going to call him Coach K. Coach K, how we doing?
I'm doing really good. Thank you very much for coming.
I appreciate you having us out. I was telling your players earlier off mic, just talking to them as they were coming off the field. You guys played a football game less than 24 hours ago because of Hurricane Ian and the postponements. I didn't know what to expect coming out here. Less than 24 hours later, you're on the field getting great work in this afternoon. You got another big ball game on Friday.
Yes, sir.
Kudos to you, your staff, and your players. I mean, 2 games in 72 hours, that's a big deal, and you guys are doing a great job with it.
I appreciate it. I've been worried about that, since the hurricane and how our kids are going to respond. Responding today as far as you win, that's great. Everybody's happy. Then what happened last night? And I was worried about that. Our kids came out, and that's the one thing that as you get to meet them and you spend some time with those, Dylan and Charlie, they're very resilient, and they bounce back and they love to be coached and they want to do well. So I was very pleased today.
You are a head coach of the high school football ranks. You have many, many years on your resume as a college head coach, including the defensive coordinator at Mercer. Our fans on 1010XL all familiar with Mercer. Obviously, you came from the state of Ohio as well. What was it about Tocoi Creek, this job in St. Johns County, that attracted you to the high school football game?
I guess I'd spent 40 years in college football, and I just got tired. Okay, you kind of hit the wall. All right, so, and my wife and I talked about it, and really the guy that really helped me get this job and got my name in the door was Joey Wiles.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Joey and I have known each other for over 30 years just through recruiting. And, Joey he told me that, that he was possibly interested just because of the ties with Jeff Holland and Mr. Willits here, the principal and AD. He's interested in. Then he said no. He says, why don't you apply? I said, yeah. So I put my resume in, and Joey made a call. And, then Mr. Holland called me, and basically the rest was history. And it was something that I got excited about. It was something that was new, it's different. It wasn't college, it was high school. Plus coming down to the Jacksonville area, my wife and I just loved it. I loved the beach, so it kind of all fit. It was kind of the perfect storm.
You feel like this job has kind of recharged the battery a little bit for you?
Yes, it has. Yes, it has. It's, you just... at the college level, it's just the grind and the grind and the grind and the grind just wore on me. It just wasn't fun, and this happens.
There are obvious differences between college and high school, but when it comes to coaching, the pure coaching aspect of it, what is the most different thing you've had to adjust to at the high school game compared to the college game?
I think that the more need of repetition of going over the same thing over and over and over and over and over. In college, it gets to be over and over, and then they start picking up the concepts. And that's been... my biggest adjustment is my first year I assumed that they knew it and they understood it, but they didn't. And so that's where last year we got better at the end of the year, because guess what? We kept going it over and over and over and over, and we're still doing it this year. And our kids are responding. So it's just a repetition, and you can't throw a bunch at them. You got to make it as simple as possible.
Obviously there's a lot more for you guys to accomplish in 2022, but this is only year number 2 of the program. You have a handful of wins under your belt already, including Matanzas, including Ridgeview, including Clay. That was a big win over Clay. Why have you guys been so successful so quickly in only year number 2 of the program?
Well, I think it starts with our players, and believing in everything that we've been trying to teach them here. Our seniors grew up, and they really have taken to what we want to get accomplished, on and off the football field. And our coaching staff, Coach Skipper over there on the offensive side has done a really good job. I've been very fortunate to have him here. I came into this area, I didn't know a soul. I did not know anybody down here. They said you can bring one guy. The one guy wanted to, he didn't want to come. So I'm sitting here I didn't know anybody. So that was an adjustment for the coaches. And when Coach Holland talked to me about Coach Skip, I think that was a home run for me. And the kids feel comfortable, and he does a really good job with their offense. So I think that's been really good. But our players, it's always about the players and what they do and how they believe and how they improve, and they just want to win.
Flag, Texas. Let's go. Ready, leave it.
Good, Billy.
Hackers High School football tour continues. Tocoi Creek High School is where we're at. Dylan Freed plays on the O-line and the D-line, an Ironman for Tocoi Creek. He's with us here on 1010XL. Dylan, how we doing?
How's it going, sir?
Appreciate you having us out, man.
Of course.
Second year program, you transferred over from Nice.
Yes,
in fact, a lot of you guys transferred over from Nice from what I found out. 4 wins already this year, just year 2 for Tocoi Creek. Key to success. Why have you guys won so many games so quickly?
Really over the summer, we had a lot of kids buy in. We finally got our weight room finished, and we got really everything we needed to build a program. Last year, or our first year, we didn't have much. We were lifting logs in the summer, using bands, doing curls, running a lot. Really all we had. Now we had a weight room. We have a full senior class now that have been in the program for a year, so we have a lot of kids that stepped up and really embodied a leader, and I think that really helped out our program this year.
What has it been like to come over from Nice, play your junior and now your senior year at Tocoi Creek, and be the first team to accomplish everything, the first team to get a win, the first team to play a home game here? It's got to be a pretty cool experience.
It's awesome. I mean, it's really cool to set the bar, set the standard for just what the school is supposed to be, and especially the way we're going out doing it. I mean, a lot of schools in this county haven't had a start like we have, and we're just rolling. I hope we keep it up, and it continues a year after year.
Your head coach, Mike Kolakowski, has got some college experience, certainly. He comes here to coach you guys at Tocoi Creek. What's it like playing for Coach Kolakowski?
Oh, he's phenomenal. You'll never see an old head with as much as fire as he's got. He's got more energy than half of us out here every day.
I got JV kickoff return here with Coach Smelzer. Here we go. Let's go.
Every single day he shows up. He's here before everybody else in the school, and he's here after everybody else. I've never seen someone so dedicated to what they do. It's really phenomenal.
Yeah, I certainly enjoyed watching him coach you guys out here at practice today. Like we said, 4 wins on the year. You got a good game against Menendez, a county rival, coming up on Friday night. What do you want to establish at Tocoi Creek? Your final, month, maybe a postseason run as well. But when you play St. Johns County teams, I'm sure those are the games that really, really want to get W's in.
For sure. I really want to establish Tocoi as a household name. When you think of St. John's football program, you think of Bartram, Nice, Ponte Vedra. Tocoi is probably one of your last picks since we're so new, such as Beachside too. I really just want to show out there that we are just as good as everybody else in this county, and just because we're a new school doesn't mean we're an underdog or we're handicapped. We can play as good as the best team in the county, and we can sometimes play as worse as the worst team, and it's how it goes. But I just want to make sure that people know that Tocoi is a official high school football team, and we are here to stay.
4-2 football team. We're a 4-2 football team. Okay, we'll be 4-1 with the JVs, right, guys? That's it.
Yeah.
We know what we're doing now. We gotta execute.
I was telling you before we started, we've done a lot of these this year, Hackers High School football tour. Man, this was one of the more organized practices I've seen, and yet you said this was one of the more disorganized days.
Yeah, no, it just feels that way, but that's after a game we just played. But no, I thought we bounced back good from it, so.
Second year program, you transferred over from Nice when this program started last year. I didn't know what to expect to come out here, just find a second year program. Charles, I got to tell you, this is pretty impressive. You guys have a lot of players on the team. The stadium's beautiful. The practice field is beautiful. What's it like starting up this football program at Tocoi Creek?
Well, first I'd like to say thank you. And starting up this program was a lot of work. We tried to lay the foundation last year, and I thought we did that well. We grew out a lot of potential, and over the summer we just we got bigger, stronger, faster, and now you just see the fruits of our labor this season.
What is it like for you, a guy that played at Nice, comes over here for your junior and senior year, certainly one of the leaders of this team, starting up this program? Do you enjoy that type of responsibility?
Oh, yes, sir, 100%. When I was over at Nice, there were a lot of things that you wanted to fix, and some things you could see as one of the followers, and now as a leader, you can dive into it and fix those problems and try to be the best you can be and lead the team.
You've been a part of every first in program history. You were part of the first win, the first home game. I remember, I think this time last year, your stadium wasn't even ready to be played on yet. Now it's just beautiful. What is it like? Because a lot of guys that play high school football don't get an opportunity to be the first team to do something. You are a part of that first team. That has to be a very cool experience.
Yes, sir. To be honest, at first, when I was thinking about it, I was like, it doesn't really mean that much to me. It's still to me, it's football, right? But now I think back more on it, it's a lot more monumental to me, and I take every game much serious.
Second year for this program. You guys have won 4 times already this year. I mean, you've beat some pretty good programs, including a victory over Clay earlier in the year. I mean, why has this team been so successful in only year number 2?
It's really a credit to our summer ethic, work ethic. We really just put our head down, worked hard, and we put our head up in the beginning of the season. Here we are.
Charles, what do you want people to know about Tocoi Creek?
We're out to get you.
I think you want to learn about the people here. I think from our administration, Mr. Willits and Mr. Holland, our teachers here are awesome. The students here are awesome. The kids here that want to compete, and we've had success in other sports, first year. And it's a great situation. The community has just welcomed us, and they come out and support us, and they finally, they were running over to Nice and they were going over here. Now they got their own high school right here. So I think it's a community that's welcoming. It's growing. Gosh, Lord, I got here over a year ago, and the stuff that you see around here, it's like, oh my gosh, this thing is exploding here and stuff. So, but I think it's about the people. I really do.
Thank you to head coach Mike Kolakowski and everybody out here at Tocoi Creek for their unbelievable hospitality here on Hackers High School Football Tour, brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. Where are we heading next? Nassau County. We're coming to you. That's next as Hackers High School Football Tour rolls on. Let's go.